Does your aging parent's kitchen look like a pharmacy? 8 pills, 10 pills, maybe 15 different medications a day? I hear the same question over and over again. How did we get here? My mom didn't used to take all of this. Today, I'm going to explain why the medical system is designed to add more pills but never subtract from them. I'm going to show you the 5 ways your parent's medication becomes overloaded, and I'm going to give you an action plan that you can use this weekend to start simplifying that pile. The frustrating part is there isn't a single doctor that would say, yes, let's prescribe 15 different medications today. That's a good idea. So if you wouldn't do that today, why are we continuing with this tomorrow? Yet it happens all the time. One pill here, another pill to treat those side effects, and suddenly you're managing a pill box with some serious heft. This may not be a surprise to many of you, but our healthcare system is completely fragmented. Your parent has a cardiologist, an endocrinologist, a urologist, a primary care physician, and maybe even a rheumatologist. Each doctor is looking at their specific organ, and on their own are probably doing a good job at it. But the cardiologist doesn't talk to the pulmonologist, and the pulmonologist doesn't talk to the urologist, and the urologist doesn't know what the rheumatologist just prescribed. So they write a prescription to hit their specific target. A blood pressure number, a blood sugar number, a cholesterol number, all recommended by professional organizations like the American Heart Association, the Diabetes Association, and the American College of Cardiology. They all sound serious, and it would be hard for a doctor to not take those recommendations. These organizations receive significant funding from pharmaceutical companies. That doesn't mean the guidelines are wrong, but does mean the system is structured to recommend more aggressive treatment than what your aging parent needs. Now you might be thinking, why doesn't my doctor's general practice doctor just stop these medications? Here's the honest answer. Your GP is trapped in the same broken system. First, there's liability. Prescribing a medication is defensible. A doctor can say, I followed the guidelines of my professional organization. But stopping a medication that another doctor started feels risky. If something goes wrong after they stop it, they worry about getting sued. Second, there's time. Adding medication takes 30 seconds. Deprescribing takes a conversation and time. You need to ask, why was it started? Is it still needed? How fast can we taper it? What do we need to monitor? A 15-minute appointment won't cover all of those questions. Third, there's the ownership problem. The cardiologist prescribed a blood pressure medication. The GP thinks, that's the cardiologist's medication, not mine. I shouldn't touch it. And fourth, there's no financial incentive. Insurance doesn't pay for a deprescribing visit. There's no billing code for simplifying a medication list. Insurance pays for when something is wrong. They don't pay for prevention or optimization, but they will easily pay for the next pill. So your GP isn't avoiding deprescribing because they don't care. They're trapped, just like you are. On the other hand, a deprescribing protocol is personal and is custom built for each patient. Building that protocol takes time. Time the healthcare system doesn't pay for. The system is structurally designed to add, but it's time-consuming to subtract. I've watched seniors get trapped in medication overload, and it happens 1 in 5 ways. The first is the specialist silo. Dr. A has no idea what Dr. B has prescribed, so they accidentally duplicate therapies or prescribe drugs that clash with each other. Your parent ends up on 2 blood pressure medications that do the same thing. Second is the prescribing cascade. Your parent gets a side effect from pill number 1, let's say ankle swelling or an upset stomach, but instead of stopping that first pill, a doctor writes a prescription for pill number 2 to treat those side effects. Now you're on 2 pills because of 1 problem. Third are those forgotten symptoms. Your parent was put on a medication years ago for a temporary issue, maybe a proton pump inhibitor for an ulcer, and nobody ever took them off of it. Before you know it, something that was supposed to be for 3 months ends up being 9 years. The fourth is prevention overkill. Your parent is 85 years old. They're on aggressive cholesterol medications and bone density drugs. But at 85, the risk of a fall or kidney damage from these drugs far outweigh any benefits 10 years later. And fifth is the over-the-counter creep. Your parents adds a vitamin they read about in a magazine, a sleep aid from the pharmacy, joint supplement recommended by their friend. We often forget about the side effects because they don't require a prescription. One of these 5 situations has probably happened to your parent, maybe more than one. Here's what's scary about medication overload. When your parent crosses the line into taking 5 or more medications, the risk of serious problems skyrockets. Their kidneys and liver slow down with age. They aren't clearing these drugs properly, so medications build up in their system. What looks like rapid cognitive decline, what looks like extreme fatigue, what looks like dizziness that causes a devastating fall, very often is not aging. That's drug toxicity. And the worst part is it's preventable. So how do you break this cycle? Here's what you're doing this weekend. Step 1, do a sweep. Empty the kitchen cabinets. Empty the bedside tables. Empty the purses. Get every single prescription bottle and over-the-counter medication. Don't forget the topical creams, eye drops, ear drops, vitamins, and the supplements. Gather them together. Now let's do an audit. Step 2, download the medication list template. Go to the link in the description. Download the free MyRxPro Caregivers Toolkit. One tool in the kit is the medication list template. Print this one out. Write down which doctor prescribed it and why they are taking it. Once you have that list, you've done something powerful. This may be the first time that all of those medication names are together in one place. Step 3, ask the doctor. Now in the Caregivers Toolkit, find a one-page briefing template. Print it out. This helps you organize your top priorities so you get the most out of each doctor's appointment. Take that completed worksheet to the next doctor's appointment. Hand it to them and ask them directly, which of these medications can we safely taper off first? That might just spark the most important conversation you can have. If looking at that pile feels too overwhelming to do alone, or if your parents' doctors aren't listening to your concerns, you don't have to figure this out yourself. Go to myrxpro.com and book a triage call with me. We'll review the list together. We'll map out which medications are actually necessary and which ones are just adding risk. I can give you a deprescribing plan to take to your next doctor's appointment. I'm David, the founder of MyRxPro. Let's keep them safe, one pill at a time. Thanks for watching.